Okay, I hope everything works right now. So we have 4 replays from BugzBunny's to watch here, and I don't know what exactly is the matchup of these 4 replays. We'll see. I watching the last one, and we can add some music in the background. I hope that YouTube doesn't cancel this video because of this music. And yeah, we can start the first one. This is the last one that he showed me. And this is Zerg versus Terran. Okay, let's speed up a little bit because we have a lot of replays to watch. So first Overlord is going to scout the natural, I hope. Yeah. And don't know why here, because you have a pillar there. There's good move against the Zerg, because you have to watch when he took this base or this base. So you can be here, because Queens cannot kill you, but in this matchup Terran can make some Marines and just kill this Overlord, so you have a pillar, you should to use it. The second Overlord is going... where are you go? Okay, hatchery at 17, okay, gas, pool, everything is standard right now. SCV to scout. At this point everything looks clear. Okay, the second Overlord in this matchup should go in this place. Why? Because as a Terran, if I will want to create the proxy, I will create this here or here, okay? Or even here. Why? Because you want to create some in some place that normally people don't scout at all. But as a Zerg, your first Overlord going here to scout the natural, okay? So at this point, this place is scouted by first Overlord, and the second Overlord can scout this place to see if there is a Rax over there or not. This or this, okay? And then you can just send them, I don't know, to some pillars of the map, high ground, I mean, to, you know, have vision like this one, for example. I mean, this will be better, but, you know. Okay, let's look what you are doing in this game. So Overlord to Queens for Zerglings, really late, yeah. Okay, you didn't lose that much. And yeah, you should send your Queen with Zerglings first and then send the drone. That's why people are create this for Zerglings at the beginning, because you want to deal with this Reaper to take the fair base and you have a Queen to help. Right now you lost the drones, yeah, and you have slow. Why you make more Zerglings? It's 4 Zerglings against 1 Reaper only. That wasn't necessary. Yeah, you lost like 2 drones, and at this point this is a lot of minerals. But okay, let's look forward. You take the base, you send Zerglings for the scout, it's okay. Because at this point you want to see, go on this ramp, for example, with Zerglings, to see what kind of the buildings your opponent have, or send the Overlord to scout. And right now you just spot every Zerglings to see if he's going to you or his expand. Is very good, very good. And maybe scout with this Overlord. Yeah, you do this, okay. You kill the Reaper, it's okay. You're still mining the gas. That is strange, but okay. Why is strange? Because at this point you should take another Queens because of the, for example, battle cruisers or Hellion run by. You really need more Queens, so you don't need this gas. If you still want to collect the gas, there is from 2 reasons. First, you want to have fast upgrades or fast bailing nests, so better technology. But at this point you still doesn't start the lair, so don't know why you still collecting this gas. The second reason why you still can mining this gas is to play some kind of the timing push or all-ins. And yeah, at this point I don't see the roach run on bailing nest to have some buildings to, you know, doing timing push or the all-in. Okay, right now you scouted that there is 3 command centers, so this is like 100% that this is not a battle cruiser. If this will be a battle cruiser, this will be very late, so you can have even the Hydra then finished or the Spire finished at this point, so you don't need to create more queens. Yeah, let's look. And you see the steam pack was created, I think. No. Wow. Okay, now it's created. Very late. This Overlord is still alive. Okay, you see the Liberator. There's a Hellions. You see, and right now you spent your cash for spines because you are afraid about the Hellions run by, because you don't have queens enough. Yeah. So to deal with Hellions or even Hellbats, okay, there is 2 options. First is to create more queens, and you have like 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, even 9, and you are safe. And this is first what you can do. And the second one is to create Bailing Nest, yeah, and the lair very fast. Why? Because Bailings without speed are useless, totally useless. You can try to catch the Hellions on the ramp, like here, with Bailings, but this is only one thing that you can do with Bailings on without the speed. With speed you can try to catch them, but without speed they are useless, totally useless. So that's why normally when I play against the Terran, I start the lair first, and then I start the Bailing Nest after that. So when we have a 100 gas after the speed for Zeglings, I start my lair, then I start my Bailing Nest. And immediately when the Bailing Nest is finished, I start speed for Bailings. Then I create the Bailings, because without that these Bailings don't change anything. Okay, so don't know why you research the barrow. Maybe this is misclick. Sometimes I did this misclicks too. So yeah, I will just ignore that, because you don't need these upgrades right now. Your opponent have idle workers a lot. Okay, let's focus on your stuff. You take another base because you have a full saturation. No, you don't have a full saturation, don't know why. Okay, there is a Liberator harass before, and you create this Spore. I saw this because this is my second attempt to watch this video. I mean this replay. Don't know why you create that many Spores, but I think that the reason is because you don't have a queen, you see? You see how many resources you lost right now for this every structure, like spines, spores, because you don't have a queens, that's all. Like, right now you have 5, so I think it's okay to, you know, play. Oh, and if I can say something, avoid to create some buildings here. I mean, on the back on your mineral line. Why? Because if you will create some buildings there, okay, there can be a drop here, and there is a spot that Zerglings cannot attack these units from every places. Okay, so if I right now create some drop here, you can attack me from these 2 places only, and these marines will be, you know, in a very good spot. And at the same time, if you will create more buildings here, there is no place to create spore against, for example, Liberators, yeah? So if right now Liberator will be here and attack you, you cannot create the spore there because of this building. You have a lot of space here, and this is open field, so if this building will be attacking, you can very easy kill the army that attack your buildings. So the best option is to take these buildings here on the open field. Okay, you take some creeps. You have a lot of gas. There is still no technology to hive, and yeah, that's what? Why you create upgrades for range attack? There's no roach warren. And you see that your opponent play biologic units, I think. Yeah, you scout this. Yes? Let's see. Well, you scout this, so yeah. You know that this is biologic units. You can even send right now like one Zerglings to, you know, see what exactly will kill you, and you will see Marines. So you need like, and you started the Bailing Nest. So why you take these upgrades for Hydra? Okay, let me explain about the units composition in ZvT. So in ZvT, maybe I'll, you know, change this a little bit. It's very loud for me. Okay, so about the composition in ZvT. When you start to play, your opponent starts with the Reaper. So this forces you, to play Zerglings. Okay, then your opponent have Marines, but Marines are not that great at the beginning of the game because they don't have a steam pack. So your Zerglings with speed are much better against the Marines. That's why Terran is forced to play Reaper instead of the Marines at the beginning of the game, because he cannot defend this place in early game with only Marines if you will play mass Zerglings in early game. Because you will have speed, you can destroy the space, and he have to cancel this and start this on the high ground. Of course, you cannot deal with the wall without the Bailings. So this is another unit in the game, Bailings. When you start with the Bailings are useless without the speed. But if you have a speed, there is an option to for your opponent to play different units, like for example Medivacs to avoid situation when you just click A move in mass Marines and kill them all. So that's why your opponent plays something to be more mobile. And about the composition, when you play as a Zerg, and from your perspective, and you play against the biologic units, you really want to play Zerglings and Bailings. This is the best composition for you. Just play more of them, not different units, more of them. And this is your core army, so Zerglings and Bailings. Then you have support to these compositions. So, for example, Ultra Risk is the support, it's not the core army. This is a support. This is the like very big shield for you, because every unit will focus on the Ultra Risk first, and then for you Zerglings and Bailings. So your Ultra Risk can die, you don't care about this, because you really want to have survive with your Zerglings and Bailings. These units, so your core army, will be much more alive, because they don't take the damage from the Marines, Marauders or Siege Tanks, because Ultra Risk take all of them. So that's why your core composition is much more difficult to beat when you have Ultra Risk with your composition. Then you can add, for example, Infestors when you see that your opponent play mass Marines and mass Marauders, but not that much like Liberators or Siege Tanks. So Infestors at this point are very good. Okay, we still saying about the biologic units. I don't want to right now about the mech, because this is different stuff. So this is two at least units that are supporting your core army, and then you can add Hydra and Viper, but only if you have both of them. And right now, why? So your opponent, natural, when see that you starting to play Lurkers, for example, or Ultra Risk, will switch to make Liberators, because before that these Liberators are useless. This is units that have a lot of damage but very slow attack, so it's not good against the Zerglings, Bailings or something like that. It's very powerful against the Ultra Risk or Lurkers, and this is anti-units against that. So when you play Ultra Risk, you force your opponent to start make Ghost and Liberators. Okay, so at this point you need some counter units about new composition that you have to deal with. So at this point you add some Vipers and Hydra Risks. And why Hydra and Vipers together? So when you have a Viper, you can take these units to your composition by the ability from the Viper. I don't know how it is called. And the problem is that in the situation that this is like, for example, siege tank, this can be destroyed not that fast because your Zergling don't have that strong DPS, and this can be detonated by your Banelings. You want to avoid this, and at the same time your opponent can have new composition, yeah, so Liberator, and you don't have anti-air in your composition. So that's why you add Hydra to your Vipers, because when the Vipers will take some units to your army by the ability, this Hydra will immediately kill these units, and these units will be killed very fast, okay? So your Banelings will be not attack this, and at the same time your composition have some anti-air against the Liberators, some different stuff. In the situation that your opponent still playing biologic units only, the Hydra are not good option, because the Marines are anti-units against the Hydra, and the Marauders and anti-units with the Medivacs against the Hydra. So at this point, you don't force your opponent to change his compositions against you. You add some new units on the battlefield, but these units are not that great to force your opponent to change his composition, okay? He can still stay on Marines, Marauders, Medivacs only. He don't need any different stuff against that. So yeah, you're starting from the Hydra, but still you don't have a Hive, and this is like, for me, mistake, because normally if you start your Hydra, then you're thinking about Vipers or Lurkers, and at this point still your core army should have upgrades, so this should be upgrades for melee units, not the range units. And you don't need to have much more damage for Lurkers, because Lurkers are great without upgrades still. And you don't need that huge damage from the Hydra, because the Hydra will kill one by one units taken from the Vipers. So if you have like 10 Hydra, it's enough to kill every unit. You don't need more these units, okay, to your composition. Of course, this can be problem for you to spend your cash, because right now if you're starting to create Hydra, it's much more easy to spend your cash. But the best option when you play against the biologic units, you should take macro hatchery or more hatchery on the map, just for the larva, you know. Okay, let's play this game. Let's see what exactly you're playing this game. Okay, so at this point I see what you did. So you saw that your opponent is going to attack you, so your army will stay to defend, and at the same time you want to run by his base, because you think that he take every army that he had to you. And this is very good, because normally people are doing this. So when they thinking about the attack, they took the whole army and go to you, and then they forget about the defense. But at this point I recommend you to take the Zerglings here, morph them to the Banelings, and take them to this place, because even if these Hellions or Marines or even Siege Tank here or something else will destroy these Banelings, here these Banelings will detonate next to the SCV and kill them. But if you send only Zerglings, you did nothing. This is only like 6 of them that you sent or something like that. If you send 6 Banelings, you can destroy every SCVs here. So this is one thing that you can change, because you had a bank for that. And other thing is right now, I remember this. So right now you click just a move against your opponent, and the problem is that, look, your army are attacking at the front, okay? Your Zerglings are attacking at the front. So if these Banelings will go there, they don't have a spot to attack these Marines, because Zerglings are everywhere here. So Banelings have to go on the back and attack from the backside. And the problem is that your opponent, when we'll see the buildings are coming to him, he will immediately take this marines and pick up to this medivacs and go away from this place. So to better option for you right now will be to take your zerglings and the buildings, move command here, and when your zerglings are there, so at the back of these marines, you're starting to a move command. Why? What is the difference? So these zerglings will be attack these marines in the same way, back from the backside. Okay, and these buildings have a lot of space to kill these marines because there is no zerglings. These zerglings will be at the backside, and at the same time, if he will try to pick up these marines, he will click these marines to medivacs. These marines will be try to go there, but there is a zerglings wall with the zerglings. Okay, so they cannot go to the medivacs, and he have to manually click on the medivacs and send them here. And no, this is something that it's rare at this point that people really do. I mean, the control medivacs manually to pick up the marines. Okay, normally people are just take marines to the medivacs, and medivacs stay in this place and waiting for the marines. So you can kill all of this army because there is a wall with the zerglings. Marines cannot go in this place, and buildings arrive and kill all of them. So these zerglings are not here to deal the damage, but create some wall for the marines that buildings can deal the damage. You see, and right now he pick up. Okay, he don't use at this point even steam pack, but this is, I think, a skill issue. Okay, so you kill some of them. I think that you didn't watch this place, but this doesn't matter because you see at this point that you play against the biologic units, and this is like 100% for you right now. Sure. How many drones you have? 67. Do you create another drones? No. And the question is why? You have a huge bank of the gas. You still don't start the hive. There's no lurker then. What is your idea? Because right now you have like economy for the mid game and technology for the mid game, but the game is not stop, and at the 9 minute, 10 minute or 11 minutes, something like that, this is the timing when Vipers arrived and force your opponent to change the units compositions. So your opponents shoot very close, very soon, starting making like Liberators, Ghosts or something like that, if he know how to play, because this is the timing for these units. But you don't, you know, create another, look, you start another hatchery, okay, but still you don't make the larva here. You have larva full of them, 3, so you don't use this hatchery at all. You don't spray your larva on this hatchery, so you don't use this hatchery at all, and you take another one, and you don't saturate this at all. Even you have too much drones right now in the main base, so you should just send them to another base. Another hatchery, another hatchery. You know what is the problem at this point? This is too risky. Look, you don't have that much army. How many units you have right now? 7 Hydra, 5 Bailings, 60 Zerglings. If your opponent just take this whole army, 34 Marines with 4 Medivacs, and just cross the map and try to attack you, he can kill you because you spent the whole bank that you had. Don't do that. You can create one base because you have a huge bank. It's okay, but don't spend the whole cash that you have in one time. You should avoid this. You should always have some bank to remax. This is very risky you are doing right now, especially that you don't have that huge income. You have 64 drones. This is good for, I don't know, 5-minute mark. It's 9 right now.
Nasze jednostki są atakowane.
Yeah. The best for you is that your opponent is not that great. Okay, you're starting to make a lot of Hydra. Not the Zerglings and not the Bailings against the biologic units. You know that if your opponent have a couple of siege tanks and just marines, he can kill you. It's like you'll play mass Zerglings right now against Roach and Lurkers, something like that. It doesn't make sense for me. Because only units that can deal some damage is this Bailings and Zerglings. This Hydra are useless. Of course, still, your opponent is not that great, as I told you. So maybe he don't know that he can just aim with this army. Okay, and right now you don't have that much, and you split this to different sides of the map. At one thing, I think that this is okay, because people don't have that multitasking rates to deal with it. But at the same time, you didn't back with this army. Like, you should right now come back, back, don't fight, back. Yeah, okay, it's great, and right now attack here. There is a wall, okay. Yeah, and at this point, if I will play, I will totally come back to my base. Why? Because right now you don't have a core army. Zero. There is zero army right now. There is like you will send drones. This can do nothing. This only Hydra. They are totally useless. And there is only 3 Bailings. So right now you lost this for free. 1 Marine's dead, 2 Marines, 3 Marines. 3 Marines against... you know... And here, look. Okay, I think that the problem is that at this point your opponent are very scared to go outside the base. He is totally defend everywhere, like there is a wall, there was a wall, his starting wall created here, so this is like turtle terrain. So if you play against someone like that, you shouldn't try to attack him, because you can easily lose the game. Let's imagine that your opponent is a little bit better than he was, and right now he just take the whole army and go and kill you. Look at the supply. And you have upgrades for Hydra, they are useless. And you don't have a Lurker then. You have it or not? No, there is no Lurker then. You have upgrades for units that are useless totally. And you don't have a Lurker then, you don't have Infestors, you don't have Vipers, so there is no support. And your core composition is 0-0 upgrades. Against Terran who have, let's see, 2-2 upgrades. You know, this army will kill you immediately. But I think that this is a turtle Terran who will never go outside of this base, and he will try to defend himself. So this is the problem, because your opponent sucks at this game a lot. But the problem is that you should at this point lose the game. Because your composition are bad, your upgrades are wrong, you still make this Hydra. Okay, what you should do in this situation when your opponent is playing like this? So he's a turtle Terran, and you know, he don't want to go outside the base and attack you. So at this point you have a lot of time. You can take like 18 or 90 drones. You can create Bloodlords. because you don't have anything against the Bloodlords or Mass Ultralisk even, or something like that. You can create a huge bank and create a discussing like a lot of units, you know, like I don't know, Mass Bloodlords, Mass Ultralisk or something like that. You have time for that, and the best option for you, because you have some army, you want to use them, best option for you is to take Zerglings here, borrow them, or just, you know, Overlords and Spirit Creep, or just send one Zerglings on the hold position like in the early game you did, and wait the moment when your opponent try to take another base, and try to attack this place, because this place still don't have a wall. Okay, so if he will try to take, for example, this base right now, you can be immediately here, because your Zerglings will be here on the hold position, so you will see the moment when your opponent try to take this base, and you attack your opponent on the open field. You see, there is no buildings, and the whole army will be there, and you can try to catch them and kill them. So this is the best option to like, okay, you want to stay on 3 bases, you can stay on 3 bases, but I don't give you opportunity to create another base. So the best option for you will be take Zerglings here and stay with your army like here. But your composition is not good, and at this point, even if you will send your army, I think that you cannot win with this. Okay, you start your infestation pit very late, but still it's okay. It's good call. You know, I have music in from the game, I see, so I can stop this. Maybe I can change this a little bit. Okay, so what now? He have a lot of command center. You don't care about this. He just don't know how to spend his cash. That's why. He still play turtle, you see? He make these buildings only for the wall. You shouldn't attack this, especially with this unit's composition. You see the difference? This Hydra attacked this army, and this army don't care about this. Bailings arrived and this army vanished immediately. But the problem is that you don't have enough your core army, and there is no upgrades on this. That's why these Bailings on that huge army don't deal any damage. But the problem is that you always lost everything that you have. You have the whole map, everything is a creep. You can have a lot of drones, but you have only 69. You should have like 18 at this point, or even more. Sometimes people have like 100 and don't care, because they have that huge bank that they can create a spine everywhere, just in case, and then spend all the cash for different stuff. Like him, you know, he create a lot of structures to defense. Because he have huge bank, he can do that. He have better income than you, for sure, because he have mules. Like, okay, right now you kill some SCVs. This is some economy damage on himself, so it's okay. But you know what is the problem? The problem is with your opponent, because your opponent still have this game. He don't know about this, but he still have this game. Look at this. You see? You see this? If your opponent will have the same income as you, but he have better, but he spent this cash for stupid stuff like the planetary fortress or the stupid wall. Okay, if he will spend this cash for some units, like he have 2 factory, he did nothing with this for 2 factory. If he is starting to create like siege tanks or Thors or something like that to add something to this army, or just make more biologic stuff, because look, his production is only biologic. Only. He don't use these buildings at all. if he is starting using this, and he have like 8 siege tank at this point, these marines, these marauders, these medivacs, he can just cross the map and kill you immediately. Look, that every of this base can be another base. He can took this base long time ago. He can even took this base long time ago. Because he have much better composition, he can always deal with you, even without this wall. The problem from him right now is only bailings. But when he will start have 3-3, he don't care about the bailings with 0-0. Okay, and now is the moment when he decide to attack you, I think. But the problem is that he have only biologic units. There is no different units. This is only bio. There is no marauder. Sorry, there is no siege tank. There is no window mines. There is nothing. Just nothing. So you can deal with it with Link Bane only. He tried to split. Okay. He see this and he don't react at all. Yeah. As I said, this is a skill problem from your opponent. So, but when you focus on you, not on your opponent, because I focus right now on your opponent to show you that if your opponent will be a little bit better, his decision making will be different. He should to finish this game very quickly because he have everything right now, and you lost a lot in this game still, and you didn't have a better income the whole game because you this looks like okay, I have a lot, but you didn't. You don't have that much drones. You have a lot of bases, but you didn't mining with the bases. So that was the problem, you know. So in this game he have for sure much more resources than you, and he lost less resources than you, but he spent this resources for stupid stuff like the planetary fortress or a lot of CC, and he don't make some technology units. And you see, you create this Hydra, you create upgrades for this Hydra, but still you play the core units, so Link and Bane. You switch to them because you're starting to see that okay, Link Bane are better against this. So yeah, you should avoid to create the Hydra against that. Okay, let's speed up. A little bit back. So what you did here? You split the army again. It'd be good if you don't take Hydra with them. Just bailings for Haras, for example. Would be okay. Yeah. Okay, and you should thinking more about the place when you want to fight with your opponent, okay? So let's see that this is normal map without buildings. You want to fight with your opponent here? No, because there is short distance between these two edges, and this is a problem for you because you cannot attack from every spots on your opponent. Okay, so Protoss army or Terran army will be very good here, but not, for example, here. Okay, on the open field. At the same time, when you see that your opponent have that much buildings in one place, you should avoid to fight this place. Why? Two reasons. First, this is fair base of your opponent. Right now, this is your fair base. You see that there is no minerals at all? So there is no reason to attack this place, because your opponent should have not that much minerals here. So this is not something that give him resources, you know? So you don't care about this place. Better place to attack will be here, because there is fresh minerals from him. But at this point, you're thinking like, okay, this is a small ramp and the planetary fortress. Okay, so again, why you would try to attack this place? The best option for you at this point would be create some units that your opponent will have problem with. So, for example, Lurkers, for example, Rais, for example, Bloodlords, or even you can create some couple of Mutalisks and harass him. I don't know, everything that you can. If your opponent will go outside on your creep, you will destroy him very quickly. You showed this like 1 minute ago. So you don't care about your defense because you know that for 100% you can defend yourself. Okay? The problem is with your attacks. Look how many resources you lost. This is not free army. And you don't kill that much, you see? How many? 5 marines? Maybe 5 marines and 2 structures. And that's all. For, I don't know, 50 supply of your army? Maybe more? And this is the problem right now. Because you don't have a time to create remax. And your opponent have a lot of units. But your opponent didn't make SCVs when he lost them, and then he didn't send his SCV to another bases. Yeah, I think that this player is not that good. But you know, if you want to progress, you are thinking about your mistakes, not about your opponent mistakes. So you always should to thinking about, okay, my opponent don't create these mistakes that he did. And what in this situation? I will be dead. Okay? So that's why I talking about his mistakes. Because normally if you don't need that mistakes, because of course everyone makes some mistakes, but his mistakes are, you know, on the gold league or something like that. So if you make less mistakes than in this game, you will be a lot of problems because of your decision in this game. So first, you shouldn't make upgrades for Hydra and play Hydra against the biologic units. Like right now you play Lurkers, okay, but still Lurkers don't need upgrades. Seriously. Because he will never try to beat your Lurkers with biologic units. He will create siege tanks or liberators. So these upgrades change nothing, just nothing for the Lurkers, just nothing. Upgrades for Hydra don't make that much too. Okay, why you attack right now? You morph the Bailings, you morph the Lurkers, you need the time. And at the same time you thinking, okay, I can go with my pure Zerglings and lose them. Just why? Like, look, your opponents go to this place, like here, and he stay. He don't attack you at all. If you are afraid, you can take all of these drones, send to this place to mining. Even you can try to create another base if you have minerals, but you don't. There is 0 drones. Yeah, or send these drones even to this place. Yeah. But at this point you are not under attack. Look, he's on your creep, of course, but he's not attacking you. Still, look, he's not attacking you. Still not attacking. He's staying in this place. He's not attacking you. You are the aggressive side, not him. You see? You are the aggressive side, not him. And the question is why? You need the time for these units and these units to deal with army. But these units are not that great alone, you know? You don't have upgrades for them. They are not that fast to borrow and unborrow. And he can just ignore them and go to a different place. The Bailings without Zerglings are not that good too. So you need these Zerglings in other fights. So why you just try to attack him when you know for 100% that you will dead? You will lose this. Look, you lost like 50% of the Zerglings. Without these units still. Okay, now you have lurkers, and I think that he'll be afraid and just go back, yeah? Yeah. And this is the first time in the whole game when you force your opponent to switch to different composition of the units. First time, it's 15 minute mark. First time. You see what is the problem of your unit's composition? Because Hydra don't change anything for him. Lurkers changed something. Right now he need siege tanks or liberators or ghost. He cannot fight with this army, so he just moved back. And at this point, the best option for you will be to try to not give him to this place, or try to attack this place and then come back, okay? But the problem is that you have slow lurkers, so you cannot be that mobile. So I'll split them, like send, I don't know, 2 lurkers there and others going to attack or something like that. Because your opponent needs some time to create a better composition against these lurkers. But the problem is that you send them all. And this is very, very risky. Because you have nothing to defend yourself right now. Still, why you take every Zeglings first? Why you don't wait for this units? Look, when the drop arrives for you, for example, okay? Let's imagine that this is your base. The drop is here, and you want to kill this drop. You don't click with your army, which is there, A, move to this place, but you click to move every unit here, and when the every unit will be there, then click A, move to this army. Why? Because you want to have big army against big army, not the big army against one by one Zerglings moving forward to you, or one by one Bailings. And this is this situation. One by one Zerglings is going forward without different units, and you lost them for free. Just why? And you give your opponent more time to change the position of his army. Lurkers are not still on the position. His army will be faster here than your lurkers. You see? Because you give him information like, hey, I go here, I go here, I go here. And this technique did nothing. Okay, barrow. Nice. And there is 2 lurkers, okay. You see, these lurkers are not that good. That's 1 siege tanks. And right now you can stay with 2 lurkers there, and other stuff will go to different place. Like in a second. Oh, right now you see that your opponent is going to attack you. I will take this army. Like 1 lurkers will barrow here. Other stuff will go and defend myself. Why? Okay, let's explain. Right now you don't have a Hydra, you don't have a Corruptor, you don't have a Mutalis or something like that. If you go on the base trade and your opponent will destroy your structures, okay, like production buildings, you cannot remax at this point. And the problem is that even if you go on the base trade and try to destroy his bases, he can always fly with these buildings, and you don't have an anti-air to deal with flying buildings. So you cannot destroy his building at all, and at the same time he can destroy all of your buildings. And even if you have right now huge bank, a lot of bases and other stuff, the problem is that you cannot create some units without these structures, and he can destroy this immediately. So basically it's not good for you. It's very risky. In the game when you have like 100% that you already won of this game, okay, you are playing very, very risky. That is not something that you want to do. Okay. Give me a moment. It's okay. It's okay. By the way, this video will be not cut at all. I just, you know, go to this replay and watching them. But I think that I will create a separate video per the replay. Because I don't know if this is really the same matchup. I don't know what the mistakes you really did. Maybe you did the same mistakes in other games. I don't know. Okay, this is good call to go on the production. Not on this base. This base don't have minerals at all. Go on the production. Why? Because even if he have a lot of bases, let's imagine he have the whole map like you, and you will stay here, he cannot create any units, okay? If you will stay here with the your army, your lurkers. But right now, if you burrow there, he have a lot of time to create some siege tanks or liberators and then kill this army. Right now he have nothing to deal with it, but you give him this time. Like, look how he's decide to do. He go to destroy this base very quickly. He don't go to there or there or there. He go to your main base because you know that there is structures that can give him the win spot. So yeah, this Lucas do nothing. Go here. Come on. He's so idle. Come on, both. Okay, but now it's too late because he have a siege tank. And he destroyed your buildings. And okay, now spoiler. I don't know if someone else will be watching this video, but you won this game. Why? Because you create some stuff in the background and yeah, you can still win this. But this game was like totally win for you, and you did like a lot of risky moves that give you opportunity to your opponent to win this game. That should never happen. Because you should win this game like 5 minutes ago, something like that. I even don't care when, but don't make that risky move if you don't. It's not necessary. Because right now this game looks like 50-50. Look at the supply. Look at all of this. It's like 50-50. Okay, but this shouldn't happen. Never, never, just never. You had the whole map. You had a lot of time. We never harass you at all. You was the aggressive side. You can do everything, and you did nothing. You still thinking like, okay, I had this, I can finish, I can finish, I can finish. You should be more patient, you know? Wait a little bit, like your opponent. The best move of this game. Seriously, that was the best move of this game I've ever seen. Yeah. Why he take this units to this medivacs? Don't know. Yeah, but at this point he don't have an income. So he's dead. And the final attack. So about the composition, I will add some, I don't know, Vipers. I think Vipers will be the best. Why? Because when you have turtle terrain like this, his army is on short place. I don't know how to say that. Like this, okay? So he don't have place to move with his army too. So your blinding cloud will be so powerful. because these buildings are not good for him too when he have a lot of them in one place. His army don't have place to have range to your army. That's why I want to say. So if you use the Blinding Cloud, you have to go back because he cannot attack with you. And at this point you can destroy these buildings and then even come back. Because these buildings, this planetary fortress will be on the Blinding Cloud, will be not attacking you. There will be 2 Blinding Clouds here, and he cannot go here to attack you because he will be dead against the buildings. He have to go back, and only this one siege tank will be attack you. So you can destroy this stuff all, and then come back, take energy from the Vipers again, go and do the same stuff. So the Vipers or Infestors give you opportunity to change these statistics. This, you see, 2 times more lost resources than your opponent. 2 times. Every of your trade was bad in this game, just bad. Okay, maybe not this one of these buildings because when you morph this building is here. Because he don't use the steam pack. But normally, yeah, every of your trade in this game was bad. Because of your units composition, because of your decision, like you try to fight in the place when he want to fight with you, not when you want to fight. Because like this is only one place when you want to fight with him, not he want to fight with you. There is a creep, there is open field, everything better for you. But other stuff, every time you're fighting on his place, not on your place. So that wasn't good for you. So to destroy his structures, buildings or something like that, you need Vipers with Blinding Cloud, I think. Because if you look like this, okay? There is a lot of Marines and your army is here. And right now, make one Blinding Cloud here, second Blinding Cloud here, and he cannot fight with you. He have to come back because he cannot deal with this. And you can take free this base and come back for free. Because if you just click a move against you, these buildings will kill all of the Marines. Only 2 Blinding Clouds change everything. So if you want to be aggressive, like in this game, you need Vipers with Blinding Cloud. If you want to play, let's say, not that risky, you can just wait, make some Lurkers to defense, or make the blue doors even. You have a lot of time. If you see, he played only biologic units. He cannot deal with you. On the open field, when you see that he go outside to destroy my creep, take my all Zerglings Bangs, aim with him, and I won. That's the point. He cannot go outside of his bases. Creep was everywhere. You had a good composition like Link and Bailing, not Hydra, but Link and Bailing against his biologic units. He don't have any risky for you stuff like a lot of window mines, a lot of siege tanks, the liberators or doors or something like that. He didn't have this. So the best option for you is to wait and make like Immortals army for you, like mass Bloodlords, for example. Because at this point he can see like, oh no, there is a Bloodlords, but there is like 20 Bloodlords. How to deal with that? Let's think. I need Vikings, okay, but I need like 3 minutes to create enough Vikings to deal with that, okay? And before I will make these Vikings and try to kill this army will destroy all of my bases. Because I don't have enough time to create my Vikings. I have only one starport, and this cost me a lot of time to create these Vikings. So that is a problem for me. You know? Ultras are not great against that stuff if you don't have a Blinding Cloud, because there is no place to fight for melee units. So yeah, the best option for you will be just make a lot of Bloodlords, I think, against that people. Or just wait that they come onto your creep, kill all of them, okay, and then go with counter attack. This is second option that is good for you. And you can see that you're starting winning this game in the moment when your opponents try to go outside of the bases. Before that, you are totally lose this game. Every stuff you lost. You always lost. He lost, I don't know, maybe 20 units in the whole game. Okay, 100 right now when I see this. Because I think that you kill a lot of SCVs here. Yeah, and right now, from this moment, you're starting to winning this game because he decided to go outside. Only because of that. You know? So, but the best option will be to first, don't play these upgrades against the biologic units. Second, your hive will be faster. So normally when I play against Terran, like from my perspective, okay, first 100 gas is going to go speed for the Zerglings. Okay, if you don't want to play without gas after that, so make more queens or something like that, you want to stay with your gas, you should wait for next 100 gas in your bank, and when you have 100 gas in your bank, start your lair. Okay, after that, with 50 gas in your bank, you're starting Bailing Nest. When the lair is finished, you should have 100 to your speed bailings. You start this immediately, and then you start to take another gases, like 2 of them in the natural, second one in the main base. You have like 4, and at this point you start to Evo Chamber and try start your upgrade like 1-1 for Zerglings and bailings. Okay, and you starting, if you still have gas, you starting your Infestation Pit and Hydraglyphs then at the same time. These 2 buildings you should create at the same time always. And you start your hive, okay? And right now you can decide if you waiting for your hive. When you waiting for your hive, you can start Lurker then if you want to play Lurkers, or you don't play Lurker then. Instead of that, you wait that this hive will finished and start your Vipers. But the problem is that you need a lot of gas because these Vipers cost you a lot of gas. Even if you want to create like Ultralisk, then after that the building will be finished, you need a lot of gas. So this is the moment when you start your hive that you take another gases, more than 4, like 6, 8. Okay. So at this point, because you're starting to create composition that costs you more gas than minerals, like Ultralisk, Vipers, Hydra, Lurkers, all of this need a lot of gas. And at the same time, the most resources that you need, I mean the gas, is for bailings, because you need them a lot. Like this. This is much more cost efficient than these Vipers. So you need a lot of gas at this point. And the most problem is that even if you have a lot of bases, you are on very low economy the whole game. I mean, not whole game, but very long. You had like 65 drones. You take a lot of bases, but you have only 65 drones. So he had better economy than you. Even if he is only on 3 or 4 bases. And this is the problem for you. And next tip, don't try to attack the Turtle Terran. Just wait, he will go outside. And try to attack his another bases. That he cannot, you know, create another base on the map. Because there is open field, there is no buildings, you can fight with him in these places. If you want to harass him that much, sometimes you can send some bailings, like you try to do this in the early game with Zerglings here. Or you can create like for fun Swarm Host and try to, you know, use the Swarm Host. But I don't recommend to play Swarm Host because you will have, you need them more than like 2 or 3, and the problem is that the moment when you have a lot of supply with SARM host, you don't have the core army supply for the core army to deal with the units. So this is risky. So yeah, the best option for you is to don't be that aggressive, or be aggressive but with different composition. So for example, add some Vipers to this stuff, or Infestors, because if you catch all of this army on the Fungal, the bearings will deal with it, and yeah, this game will be different. Like here, if there is one Infestor, Fungal, and you immediately kill off this. Okay? So you need spellcasters, and you shouldn't be that aggressive when you see that the game is winning for you. You are on a better spot, you have the whole map, you have everything. He should to be afraid about your stuff, not you should be afraid about his stuff. Okay, I think that this is all for this game. I will start another one, but to separate video, I think. And well, we'll see. There is like how many? How many of this? Okay, so I watched this, and there is 3 replays still to watch, and I see that they are long. Okay, maybe this too is not that long, but this is long video. Okay, I know that I took a lot of times the same stuff, but I don't have any plan of this video. As can you see, I even play a different game in the background. So I just click to recording the video, and that's all. But I hope that this is something that you needed. If you have some questions about this game, you can still ask me. And yeah, see you in next video.